Dear friends, this is the first edition of the blog of Iqbal Amrohi. Dalits protest will harm the BJP election prospects is the topic of this blog.
The Dalits organized massive protests all over India on Monday, April 2, against the Supreme Court March 20 order. The Dalits claim the order diluted a law meant to protect the community. 9 persons were killed during protests whose scale and intensity was unprecedented. A lot of people were injured. Public and private property worth millions of rupees was destroyed while normal life was disrupted. Countless number of trains were cancelled or delayed. Many highways throughout the country were blocked. The BJP-ruled states of Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan saw the worst violence. The agitation covered a huge stretch from Maharashtra to Bihar, making it the largest protest by the Dalits. Protests were held in the Indian national capital Delhi as well but were largely peaceful.
The Supreme Court softened several provisions of SCST Act.
The protests were held against the Supreme Court March 20 order. The Supreme Court in the said order observed that the Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes, Prevention of Atrocities, Act of 1989 is being used to blackmail innocent citizens. The court handed down guidelines to protect both public servants and private employees. The court directed that public servants can only be arrested with the written permission of their appointing authority. In the case of private employees, the senior superintendent of police concerned should allow it. The apex court also determined that a preliminary inquiry should be conducted before the FIR is registered to check whether the case falls within the parameters of the Atrocities Act and if it is frivolous or motivated. The Supreme Court changed 2 key provisions of the law, stopping the immediate arrest of an accused and introducing a provision for bail.
The Dalits organized protests against the verdict.
The Dalits say that the order weakened the law meant to protect the community. The Dalit organizations gave a call for Bharat Bandh, an all-India protest, to be held on April 2, 2018. The protests were organized by several political outfits jointly. Political organizations like the Prakash Ambedkar-led Bharat Bahujan Mahasangh, the Peasants and Workers' Party, the Janata Dal, and the Communist Party of India, and left-backed unions including the Centre of Indian Trade Unions organized the protests. The Rashtriya Seva Dal, the Jatiyan Sangharsh Samiti, the Sanvidhan Sanvardhan Samiti, and National Dalit Movement for Justice, also joined it. Most opposition parties, including the Congress, supported the call. BSP chief Ms. Mayawati said the Dalits and the OBC were being denied their rights under the BJP government. The Congress party chief Rahul Gandhi said, "It is in the DNA of the RSS BJP to keep the Dalits at the lowest notch in Indian society. Those who challenge this thinking are hit by violence. Our Dalit brothers and sisters are today on the streets demanding protection of their rights from the Modi government. We salute them," he said on Twitter. Rahul Gandhi hit out at Prime Minister Narendra Modi for not uttering a word on dilution of the SCST, Prevention of Atrocities, Act. Bengal CM Mamata Banerjee tweeted, "We are shocked and pained that some of my Dalit brothers and sisters have been killed and injured. We support their cause. I appeal for peace." The CPM leader Sitaram Yechuri referred to past instances of atrocities against the Dalits and said, "From Rohit Vemula to Una flogging and destruction of Ambedkar statues, we have seen how this government has dealt with issues pertaining to Dalits. RSS BJP ideology has been the driving force in targeting of the Dalits." RJD leader Tejashwi Yadav, Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal and the left also supported the Dalit protests. Even the BJP's own MPs like Dalit activist Udit Raj said that the Supreme Court order has robbed the law of its bite. Lok Janshakti Party's parliamentary party head Chirag Paswan said the ruling took away the strongest instrument the Dalits had. "We will be filing a review petition on our own. And we demand that the government too does that. The ruling makes the law completely ineffective and toothless."
The BJP and the central government assert their support to the Dalits. BJP President Amit Shah and Union Ministers Rajnath Singh, Ravi Shankar Prasad and Thavarchand Gehlot expressed their commitment to protect the interests of the Dalit and the tribal community. The BJP president pointed out that Prime Minister Modi had met MPs belonging to the scheduled castes and yet assured them that the government was doing everything to protect the rights and well-being of our Dalit sisters and brothers. The BJP's stand is clear, which I am once again stating, "We fully believe in the constitution given by Baba Saheb and the rights it has given to the SC/ST communities. At every juncture and in all possible ways, the BJP stands shoulder to shoulder with the Dalit community," he said. Home Minister Rajnath Singh assured the Lok Sabha that the government was fully committed to protect the interests of the backward communities. Singh said there have been widespread rumors on the issue of reservation which were false and baseless.
The government moved the court to review its verdict.
The central government on April 2 moved the Supreme Court seeking review of its recent judgment. The government, in its review petition, told the Supreme Court that its March 20 verdict will violate Article 21 of the Constitution for the SC/ST communities. It sought restoration of the provisions of the Act. The Supreme Court on Tuesday, April 3, questioned the government for shifting its stand in the court by first agreeing there is abuse of the Scheduled Castes and the Scheduled Tribes, Prevention of Atrocities, Act, 1989 and now filing a review petition against the March 20 judgment. The union government itself had said there was abuse. Justice A.K. Goel, who headed the bench comprising Justice U. Dalit, observed. It was Justice Goel who had written the March 20 judgment. Amarendra Sharan, amicus curiae in the case, said the March 20 judgment was based on the government's views about abuse of the 1989 law. It was the government which gave the data, made the submissions and now they are challenging the judgment, Mr. Sharan submitted. The judgment recorded additional Solicitor General Maninder Singh's submissions for the centre. Besides acknowledging abuse of the 1989 Act, the centre agreed that Section 18 of the Act should be read down to allow anticipatory bail. The section forbids anticipatory bail. In the review petition, on the other hand, the centre supported the ban on anticipatory bail and said it was not in violation of the fundamental right to personal liberty. Therefore, the Supreme Court refused to stay its previous order. The next hearing of the case will take place on April 10.
Atrocities against the Dalits are rampant in this country.
Atrocities against the Dalits are not isolated events. Caste-based discrimination is ingrained in Indian society. A 2016 survey conducted in Rajasthan, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh and Mumbai shows that a large proportion of non-Dalit people or their families admitted to practicing untouchability, which is explicitly forbidden by law. That the socio-economic condition of the Dalits has improved over time is true. But this advance has also created desperations and hence insecurities. Statistics from a 2016 CSTS Lonity survey among 15 to 34-year-olds shows the feeling of being discriminated on the basis of caste was bigger among graduate Dalits than in the community as a whole. A 21-year-old Dalit youth Pradeep Rathod was hacked to death on March 29 night, in a village of the BJP-ruled Gujarat state by the upper caste men because he owned and rode a horse. A Dalit youth in the state of Uttar Pradesh is not being permitted by the upper caste people to ride a horse to the house of her bride in a marriage procession. This state also is ruled by the BJP. A report by the Human Rights Watch titled Hidden Apartheid, Caste Discrimination Against India's Untouchables has noted that Dalits are frequently the victims of discriminatory treatment in the administration of justice. Prosecutors and judges fail to vigorously and faithfully pursue complaints brought by Dalits, which is evidenced by the high rate of acquittals in such cases.
Election implications for the BJP.
The BJP has a significant number of Dalit Lok Sabha members. Out of the 66 reserved Dalit Lok Sabha constituencies, the BJP won 60%, that is, 40 seats, in the 2014 elections. Almost 15% of the BJP's Lok Sabha strength consists of Dalit MPs elected from reserved seats. In fact, the BJP has become the largest party for the Dalits. In spite of having such a widespread support among the Dalit community, why this party decided to ask the Supreme Court of India to dilute the provisions of the SCST Act is a mystery. Why did so many Dalit MPs not affect the functioning of their government and party is yet another mystery. Many people claim that atrocities against the Dalits increased under the BJP rule. A crime is committed against a Dalit every 9 minutes in the BJP rule. The Bharat Bandh, the All India protest, has shown that there is severe resentment among the Dalits over several issues. The protests have united the opposition parties and painted the BJP to be against the Dalits. Such a perception can have implications for the BJP during the elections.
Thank you for watching this video. Please like and share this video. Please also subscribe to our channel. Your comments are highly welcome.